Alright guys, it's called Cooking with Uncle Jerome. Figured I better get something cooking before the sun goes all the way down. It's right in between the saddle where I was about at hiking earlier today off of one of the trails. Anyways, and yeah, so far guys, we didn't get anything. We saw one at the last moment. I don't know what it was though, and I was already shot from hiking around for 4 hours, so I don't know what it was. Anywho, put that in there, tighten them up. Yes sir. There we go. There's what I'm looking for, this pan. Alright. You know, you could just use gun oil as your lubricant for the pan, but I don't know, guys. I don't think that tastes very good, so just throw that out. Alright, we're gonna have some eggs. Some bacon. Alrighty. Dig our cheese out, guys. It's in our ice water. And our butter. Our butter. Alright. That's what we want to cook with. Got to start with a little bit. Not too much though. And then just connect the two knives. Close the spoon up. Open up the knife. Got to cook with a little bit of butter just to get it sauteed before we put the bacon in it. Somebody be like, "What? The bacon's gonna already give you stuff." Just be quiet. I cooking. Uncle Jerome's cooking. And when you're cooking, I'll shut up. Whoa. And when you're cooking, I'll shut up. It scared me. You probably see that in my face. That's probably what we're having in the morning, too. Why not, right? Why not? Good healthy breakfast. We'll definitely have an earlier breakfast tomorrow than this morning. I was pretty tired last night. All that hiking around I did. I mean, we'll be tired tonight too, folks. But I was like drifting off yesterday at this time of day in my little seat. Yeah, you gotta put that butter in there to saute it first. Otherwise, it's gonna stick like crazy, folks. Just look at that. Look at that, guys. Oh yeah, good old bacon. I'm gonna get that bacon grease all in there. That way it gets it good for when you do your eggs. Yes, sir. See if we can put a little bit more butter on this corner. There we go. By the way, this little Coleman knife, maybe I've talked about it before, I'm not sure, but I've had this since I was about 6 or 7, I think. Maybe 8. But it's pretty cool because they fold together. They lock each other's in. Put them beside each other like this. Close the fork and then close the spoon. They're locked together now. All one big unit. I think some other companies used to make these just like this, but they didn't unfold. So you couldn't have 2 separate utensils. This one you can. If you open up both of them, slide them apart. There you go. Close your spoon back up so it's out of the way. Both utensils. And then stir your bacon around, folks. Usually when I'm camping, or haven't done hunting, but usually when I'm camping, or I usually do scrambled eggs. Just easier because it's probably going to stick in the pan anyways. Why force yourself to do something that's going to take a while to do? And we had a little gnat getting there, my little kiddo. Well, I don't know if it was gnat, it was green, so it probably was something else. Let's up the heat a little bit now that we got grease in there. But we got a breeze coming through. It's knocking our flame a little sideways. Yes, sir. Next, we need a vehicle to come by and make a lot of dust, right? Which I think I hear one coming. Get that grease on there. Yes, sir. Do some eggs afterwards. But yeah, the sun went between those dips now. A Mount Wright sun and that saddle. Josephine saddle, is that one? No, Josephine saddle is the other saddle one. I forget what that one is. Don't remember. You gotta put a little to the side so you don't get too much heat in the center. Forget what saddle that was. That was right near Saddle Basin. There we go. I was probably like a quarter mile from it. I decided I was going to stop. I keep going farther up when I didn't think there was anything there. When we get to the car, and right before we get to the car, saw the back end of a deer jumping across the road. Yeah, I was already pooped. I just got done hiking 8-10 miles trying to find a deer. When I get back to the car, there he is. Or she. Never got to see the head. If that thing was a buck, I probably would have dropped all my stuff and went out of it. Possibly. But I don't know because I didn't see its head. Who knows, folks? Yeah, I hear a car coming now or something. Something weird. Gotta get that center more grease. Sounds like a UTV or four-wheeler. The way the engine's running. Let that sit a little longer. Put the bacon back in this piece here. We got plenty of ice, at least for now. Yeah, it sounds like a UTV. It's coming closer now. Could be a dirt bike. It's two engines. I can hear the second one now. Could be those two guys that came through yesterday with the dirt bike and the four-wheeler. Let's see. Four-wheeler and a four-wheeler. Oh, that guy looks funny. The one with the derby hat. There's a guy with a derby hat. He must be looking after that deer. Like they're chasing him. He's got a derby hat on, but then he's got those side beard twisted with little beads in it like a Viking. Actually, they were following a deer up that creek. They were trying to get to it. They're like me. They've been hunting hard and long. Met up with two young guys that were pretty cool. He's like, getting anybody? And while I'm getting close, he puts his fist out of the window of his truck to give me a fist bump. I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, did you see that little moonshine shack back there? I'm like, oh, the one with the little metal top on it? Which I had some videos about it, by the way. He's like, yeah, back in there. I said, yeah, you probably looked at the mines too, right? Yeah. I said, well, there's one way back there that I doubt if you found because it hasn't been disturbed in years. He's like, oh, cool, man. That would have been neat. I said, yeah, I went all the way to the other end where it meets up to the road. He's like, oh, no, we hiked over. He's like, forget this. We went over the road and met up with this again. That was this morning, he said, so that was either after or before I was there. I didn't ask him. Should have asked him if my truck was sitting there. Oh, I think he said it was yesterday. I'm not sure how this slightly burns on the pan when it literally is sitting in grease. Or when it's flash burn, I guess. Flash point burn.
That's the other side, man.
So there's a creek. Mine's the first campsite on the left coming up. Other than down in the valley, there's some, but after the private, there's like some preserve or fancy camping spot. Something foundation, I forget what it's called. Fancy pond back there. Be nice to jump in there and swim in the summertime. Lots of horses. Anywho. We definitely got this hog now, to do that. It's not getting as crispy as I'd like it to get. It's probably something with the way the stove is made. See, this is the one I use for backpacking, so it's a minimalist. I need to get a bigger one for this type of stuff. For hunting and actually camping, not backpacking camping, where I go way in the boonies and camp out in there, which I did that back in California. You hike up into the mountains and then camp in the mountain. It's not like this. It's kind of in the mountain somewhat. It's more of a foothill. And then that's the mountain. Yes, sir. Anyways. Son, your bacon's burning. No, it ain't. Shut up, Grandpa. If I get the frickin' ring out. Dumb little thing. Right. We're getting there finally, guys. Yes, sir. We be getting there. Just gotta keep it moving so it doesn't burn it. But you want a little crisp edge on it. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. That be looking good. Drop the temp. We saute over the center. We gotta drop our eggs in there. Speaking of eggs, I need to find my flipper. I got a little flipper for mixing them up. That little booger went. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure where it went. We did get our batteries charger for the GoPro. One already got charged, and the other two already. Those two are done now. I have this little spatula. It's so cute. It's about that wide, about this long. Little spatula for mixing this stuff up. And Zeus will be like, "Did you wash your hands?" Mr. Moist Beans, whatever you want to call him. Be like, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just not today. All right. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do 3. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. There we go. As long as we don't tip it over. Oh, and I found the salt and pepper too. Where'd that go? Just had the little pepper shaker. Where'd you go, little weasel? Well, I had you out here. Did it roll off? Oh, come on, dude. Where'd you go? I know I had you here somewhere. Well, could always add it on later, I guess, if I find it later. Did I actually stick it in with the water pump? No. She had water in some bottles that were sitting a little while, so I filtered them through my water pump. It's called Survivor Filter. Charges, you put batteries in it, so there's a charge. Well, I don't know what happened to that salt and pepper, buddy. Well, that really is a bum deal, because I know I just had it. Did I stick it in my pocket so I wouldn't lose it? No, that's a shotgun shell I found on the ground. I picked up the trash. I know I had it, guys. Irritating, don't you think, folks? You don't need much heat. It goes quick. So between that and my spatula, I can't find it. There, where'd that knife go? You know where that is, because we just saw it. Get some cheese chunks in there. This knife's pretty sharp, so you gotta watch it. You watching it? I am. Oh, here goes the cheese chunk. Hey, Zeus, you want it? Here you go. Yeah, we'll use a spoon on this. The other butter knife out. Another chunk of butter. Just not sure what happened to those salt and pepper. The salt might not worry as much because it's got the grease from the, what do you call it? From the bacon, but we'll find the spatula too later on. Off stream, as they say. Chunk up the cheese a little smaller once it's in here. Yes, sir. The spatula is like a plasticky material. Getting some of the burnt bacon grease out on the eggs here. Gotta get that campfire flavor, guys. Camping flavor. Yeah, I have 2 fire rings here. There's not really wood around though. Now, if you're gathering wood for, like, say, firewood for your house down the valley, you have to have a permit. Not for camping. I guess if you wanted to, then technically you could gather a whole bunch and camp and then bring the extra with you back home. I don't know. Is that legal? I don't condone it. Neither do I deny it. No, I've never done it. But I don't have a camping. I don't have a wood stove. No wood stoves, folks. Getting there slowly. About halfway there. Cheese is getting stringy. Good, good. So how's y'all's day going anyways, by the way? Hope you're having a blessed day. Everything's going well for you. Hope we can get a deer tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe the next day, huh? Sure hope tomorrow. I'm going to probably hunt to my right over here. Well, be that way, sorry. Kind of front left. Maybe the camera might be grayish. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Chop down the heat. Spread it out thin. How do you guys like your scrambled eggs? You like them a little moist like that, or do you like them a little harder? I kind of like them halfway in between. A little moist, but not too moist. But not too hard. Too hard is just that. They're too hard. They be dried out, Sonny. There we go. It's just about the right consistency, I'd say. Alright, dump the bacon in there with it. Let that re-warm up. Stick the hat on it. Alright. We'll let that sit for a little bit and we'll dig into it. See y'all later. That was Cooking with Uncle Jerome with Desert Armory and more. And we were out hunting. See you guys. Till next time, folks.